Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Peter Barber here, professional singer and music producer, and I just had such a blast doing a reaction and analysis for the entire performance on Broadway. It's almost 2 hours of analysis, and I had such a blast. It was so magical to see them all performing live and interacting together and seeing how excited the fans got. It was like you could just feel so much love in that room, and just like what an incredible cast. I mean, really, really unbelievably top tier live performance. They handled it so well. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you gain tons of appreciation for these singers and the songwriting and live performance especially. And I'll see you after. Pre-recorded in front of a live audience. Okay, cool.
I can do this, somehow I know it. I'll get heaven behind my plans. There's just no way I can blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance to change their minds and touch their hearts, or whatever angels have. Cheer up, Viv. This'll be swell. Something tells me that today will be a happy day in hell.
Sounds so good. Getting to hear Erica live in the real. I mean, it sounds so close to the studio recording. It's so polished. There's very slight changes in like the audio quality and the space around the sound and stuff like that. But, you know, all things considered, just sounds phenomenal. So great to hear her. I don't know what songs they're doing. I've just been recommended by a bunch of people. I got to check this out. Very excited to be here. I'm not sure if this will be one really, really long video or a couple videos. We'll see. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic so far.
How I know it. I'll get heaven behind my plans. There's just no way I can blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance.
Plus she's keeping it super, super light, right? We know the power and the strength of Erica's voice now, because we've heard her throughout her entire range throughout the show. And it's beautiful to see her. I mean, she starts the whole show in this very, very tender, you know, kind of very intimate, actually, kind of singing. It's really, really wonderful. I wonder how the production's working here. They said pre-recorded for a live audience. Usually when someone says pre-recorded, it means they've recorded the show already for some kind of live audience, and then this is more performative for the actual Broadway show. I don't really know, but at the very top it said pre-recorded for live audience. Doesn't really matter. I'm wondering more like, is it just the backing tracks playing, or is there a live band? We don't know, because Erica's backstage right now. So that's what I'm most interested to hear. If it's all like in-ear mics, which they'd have anyway, but in-ear mics, and then just playing the backing tracks at all the normal tempos they're used to, or if there's a conductor and a pit and a full band, a full orchestra, whatever's going to happen there. So we'll see shortly. Anyway, lovely start.
To change their minds and touch their hearts, or whatever angels have. Cheer up, Viv. This'll be swell. Something tells me that today will be a happy day in hell.
Okay, but Erica, just don't sing to them.
That bitch is halfway down the alley.
Is she?
Oh, she's dancing.
Oh, no.
So we got Sam Haft, who I just reached out to come on my podcast to talk about the music of Hazbin. So hopefully hear back from him. And Viv, who's she's the creator of the whole thing. This is all came from her brain. It's so cool to have them involved here as Vaggie and Angel for the moment.
Today will be a happy day in hell.
Okay, but Erica, just don't sing to them.
That bitch is halfway down the alley.
Is she?
Oh, she's dancing.
She's dancing.
There's a warm, fuzzy feeling that wafts through the air. Every street so revealing, it's hard not to stare. It's a realm so appealing, it beats anywhere. If you don't mind the smell, it's a happy day in hell.
I thought it was funny that they were coming through the the back here with like a literal dumpster. I was like, not terribly aesthetic, but hey, now it of course it matches the text. So I wonder how much more of that kind of thing they're going to do. I don't know. She sounds phenomenal. It's great because like she's a Broadway performer. Like Erica is a singer who can absolutely obliterate a live performance night after night after night. And so, I mean, it's just such a reliable voice, you know, to be a Broadway performer. You've got to be on every day. Really fantastic. So great to hear her being on right now.
So appealing it beats anywhere if you don't mind the smell. It's a happy day in hell. Hi, Christina. Go fuck yourself. Okay.
So Christina, I think that's Cherry, right? Pretty sure that's Cherry. Very cool. It's so wild. I had seen Erica's face because she's so big now because of the show. But it'll definitely be interesting for me to see a lot of the faces of maybe some of the smaller characters that I just haven't been exposed to.
Christina, go fuck yourself. Okay.
Go fuck yourself. Ah. That's cool. So they actually kept the backing track or instrumentation or whatever going throughout this whole section when normally I believe she has a whole verse there of lyrics, but they took it out so that she can, you know, do crowd work and interact with all these fans that are super pumped to see it. I would love to see Hazbin on Broadway or anywhere really.
Oh, hi Christina. Go fuck yourself. Okay.
Gar.
Amazing!
They're so pumped. A day in hell.
If I can show them the dream
oh my gosh, look at this.
Can change, then they will know everyone can be redeemed from the evil to the straight.
Oh, she really lightens the voice, right? Lightens the voice there going into that sustained. Look at the costume. I mean, is this just how everyone showed up, or was there a big promo to like encourage people to dress up? Was this a Halloween thing? Because look at the fans. Look at the fans showing up and showing out. Awesome.
Then they will know everyone can be redeemed from the evil to the straight.
So just to flag some tiny things there, like you can hear where there are no imperfections whatsoever in the studio recording. You do hear little tiny things in the live recording. Well, she'll just be just a little bit out of tune, or maybe not, you know, singing the fullness of a note that she would have had multiple takes on in the studio. And this is purely a commentary on live performance. It's actually what makes live performance so pure and entertaining, in my opinion, is that you don't know what the singers are going to do. You can have the best, most consistent singer in the world crack on a high note. That is a very real thing. I mean, I've been singing professional opera for years now and needed the best, most consistent opera singers, and getting operatic technique is like vocal engineering. It's like you have to go so far down the rabbit hole to get a hold of it. Mistakes. There are mistakes in every performance. So I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's one of the exciting things about live performance and live theater that keeps us coming back, is because you know they're going to nail the performance overall, but there's going to be moments where, you know, it's not perfect. And I love that. I think it's awesome. So to flag it.
They will know everyone can be redeemed from the evil to the straight.
So listen on the word to. Evil to the. It's just a little bit, it's like a little wobbly and a little out of tune. And it's just because it's live. I actually don't know what exactly they meant by this was pre-recorded for a live audience. I'm guessing if they did that, they were more stable, or maybe this is what they're considering the pre-recording right here. I don't know. So you guys can probably give me more information about that. But yeah, just this tiny little imperfection on this one note, right? And it's just like, yeah, this is live. This is human beings performing live with nerves and with an audience and all the rest of it. Also, Charlie, the role itself is a very hard role to sing. It's a very demanding role vocally.
Oh, everyone can be redeemed from the evil
Nice and light.
I can hear all their stories, the lost and displaced.
Okay, now we get a look at the...
More of an acquired taste. But if I open the door and I give them a place at my Hazbin hotel, it'll be a happy day in hell. Dance break!
Yay, we get the animation too. Okay, so... Okay, we've got someone on... This is the first instrumentalist I'm seeing is piano here. There's no pit, which would be standard in Broadway or opera to have a pit where the instrumentalists or the whole band or orchestra is basically under the stage with a conductor right here. We're not seeing that. So I'm guessing people are all working to backing tracks or click tracks maybe. Click tracks too, but we'll see what's going on here with the instrumentation.
From the porn studio,
Okay, I think we got multiple folks. See, this is hard. Like, this is so crazy hard to sing, especially these parts. Is like, and it's like, and it's jumping and it's really in high in range. And so, I mean, this is it's hard enough to sing this kind of stuff in a studio. Like, a lot of the singers in this performance have their work really cut out for them. I remember I did watch one live performance of Blake doing Poison, and it's like, oh, you don't realize it when you're watching this show. You're like, this is a crazy hard thing to sing in a live performance. I wonder if they're going to make any changes to the music based on that. I'd be really interested to see, because I'm telling you, vocally, because it's animated, it's got to be over the top and super theatric to kind of match the crazy facial expressions and chaos of animated shows. It's very different to do it live when you've got one shot at it. We do have more band over here, but I haven't seen how much yet. I'm assuming we got piano. I'm guessing there's a drummer behind this drum shield. And we'll see who else is over there.
Let's go to watch award-winning dinner, cocky shows, and a cannibal town.
Where's she gonna breathe there after bukkake shows? I mean, guys, you gotta find time to breathe after bukkake shows.
Go watch award-winning dinner, cocky shows, and a cannibal
like, there's no time.
Where they don't wear a frown, 'cause holy shit, oh my god, why? And I don't give a...
See, even the voice acting is probably like more intense in the animated show, because you have the chance to do it, and Erica's got to stay in like singing mode, so she can't be like, oh my god, why, right? Because that's going to get her out of her alignment for what she needs for singing. I'm telling you, there's so much goes into a performance like this, and I'm glad I got the recommendations, because I can tell I'm going to have a good time nerding out about this.
Oh my god, why? And I don't give a crow that his brain's got in my eye.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's absurd. Just pops up to a super high F like it's nothing. That's that Erica shit right there.
And I don't give a crow that his brain's got in my eye.
Nice.
'Cause I know I can spare them from heaven's genocide. I can do this. I just know it.
Okay.
I'll get heaven.
Wait, so we got drums. We got drums, keys. What do we got back here? I can't tell.
Just know it.
We've got a small ensemble, but we don't have like a full string section. So there's going to be a lot of sort of backing track happening, but we do have some live instrumental elements, which is really cool.
I'll get heaven behind my plans. There's just no way I can blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance.
We got bass. Looks like bass guitar. I can't see what he's doing over there. Bass guitar maybe on this guy. And I mean, it's got to line up with the animation too. You know, so maybe there's someone controlling the speed of the animation. There's devices for that where you can slow or speed up slightly to keep it up with a live performance. It's a newer technology for live performance, but they might just be running it and doing it all in real time with click tracks and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm very interested to hear more about the technical stuff. Probably just me interested in that.
Change their mind. No, thank you. I'm just gonna fulfill my destiny. I can already tell.
They know all the words of every character. D, that flat 6. Huge high E flat with vibrato. Lovely.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna fulfill my destiny. I can already tell today is gonna be a fucking happy day in hell.
That is musical theater, sustainable belting perfection right there. Because you can tell it's not like it is high enough. A high D, if she carried her full chest voice all the way up to that high D, it'd be very powerful, and it would sound like it's got a lot of like a really yelly quality to it. Erica can totally do it, but if you're going to be sustaining a huge long belt like that, and you've got a whole show to do, you're going to belt how she just did, which is in a much more mixed position, focusing much more on head resonance rather than chest resonance. And you can hear it's lighter. It's a lighter sound, but it's so much more sustainable. That's easy. She can hold that all day. All day.
What? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Welcome to Hazbin Hotel live on motherfucking Broadway!
Yeah. Crazy too is she's so used to performing in front of crowds this size, but it's probably different when you have a fandom like this, because the fandom for musical theater shows is going to be a little different. They're probably going to skew older, most likely, and not be quite as ravenous. Like the fan base for Hazbin Hotel is ravenous. You guys. Me too, really. So it's going to be different performing in this kind of way for this kind of audience, even though Erica performs for big audiences live all the time.
If you were to ask me what I think about this ship happening, all I could say is, never gonna happen. Please welcome to the stage, singing Stayed Gone, Christian Borle and Amanda.
Yeah, let's go.
Welcome home. I'm gonna make you wish that you'd stayed gone. Say hello to a new status quo. Everyone knows that there's a brand new dawn. Turn the TV on now!
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. So great. Okay, so let's confirm right here, Christian, definitely a tenor voice type. I was speculating throughout the show, and whenever he would have low notes, typically around welcome home, down to that low A, and it's like almost just air. Like that's clearly the very bottom of his chest range. And in the studio recordings, there's a little more resonance and volume there. But again, that's something you can do in a studio recording when you can time when you actually go in to record. Let's say Christian really needs a particularly low note. He can literally record in the morning. Like he can go out for drinks the night before and come in and record in the morning and have much thicker low notes. I don't think there's a ton of that going on, but that is absolutely a tool you can use to have lower notes. And just hearing his vocal timbre, it sounds even brighter and more tenorial than it did in the show. When he's here, he's warmed up. It's a live performance. There's adrenaline. All of those things factoring in. It's so great to see him. It's so great to hear. This is awesome.
Welcome home.
It's right there at the bottom.
Wish that you'd stayed gone. Say hello to a new status quo. Everyone knows that there's a brand new dawn. Turn the TV on now!
Yes. Now his yell here, he did a proper yell, which is, oh my God, this next part's going to be insane for him to do live. I didn't think about that. This yell he does is great, but it's not quite as unhinged. You can see how excited I'm getting about this. It's not quite as unhinged as the one you do in the show. Again, similar to Charlie and some of her voice acting moments in the first song, they have to stay in singer mode. So instead of him completely ripping it like he does in the studio recording, it's a better controlled yell. It's still got the grit and distortion. It's really actually a fantastic example of kind of a sustainable, distorted sound. But it's not quite as unhinged because he's a smart singer. He's a professional singer. He knows what he's doing.
On the TV.
It's great.
Top of the hour, we are discussing a certain Hazbin who has been spotted cavorting around town after a 7-year absence. Did anybody miss him? Did anybody notice? More on tonight's program. So the radio demon is back in town. Why is he hanging around? What does that mean for your family? Well, Handley, I've got good news. He's a loser, a fossil, and I don't mean to sound hostile, but the demon is a coward.
Wow. Okay, this is nuts. Okay, there's a factor here that I have to point out that I don't know who else watching would think about it, but there is no like really specific rhythms to stay on beat with. I don't even know if he's wearing in-ear microphones. I'm not seeing him. If he is, that's insane, first of all. But so he has to do all of that text, rapid spitfire, and then line up. Now you can stretch it a little bit at the end. Maybe if he gets off a little bit, maybe he can speed up a little bit or he can slow down some. But he's got to line it back up to when he has his next moment that needs to be perfectly on a beat. So it's this huge rattling of text. And then at some point he's got to land back on something. But there's such a long time period where he could get off.
Top of the hour, we are discussing a certain Hazbin who has been spotted cavorting around town after a 7-year absence. Did anybody miss him? Did anybody notice? More on tonight's program. So the radio demon is back in town. Why is he hanging around? What does that mean for your family? Well, Handley, I've got good news. He's a loser, a fossil, and I don't mean to sound hostile.
So he's got to be back on perfectly by that moment, right?
He's a loser, a fossil, and I don't mean to sound hostile, but the demon is a coward. You can take that as gospel. Taking my viewer is impossible. Well, I'm visual. He's barely audible. Stop giving him the time of day. Don't listen to a word he say. I hope he had a nice fake hay, because he should have stayed away.
Wow. So he's just a little bit behind, right? So he's getting to those landing moments a tiny bit behind. But holy shit, what that is fantastic. I mean, that's just muscle memory. Like he cannot be thinking about any of these words. It's got to be completely programmed. That's just like hundreds of reps of doing it. He does have an in-ear mic, so we have that. So he does have something cueing him along. But man, that is so fiendishly difficult to do.
Say, I hope he had a nice fake hay, because he should have stayed away.
Right? See how he had to kind of like, but he should have stayed. He like right at the end there, he kind of had to catch up by like 1 second.
Give him the time of day. Don't listen to a word he say. I hope he had a nice fake hay, because he should have stayed away. While he hid in radio, we pivoted to video. Now his medium is getting bloody red.
Oh, he finds the Alistair cosplay, yes.
Since he split, where's he been? Who gives a shit?
Salutations! Good to be back on the air.
Oh, this is so fun. This is incredibly fun. I love he's going to all the Alistair cosplayers. Also, another great, just a fantastic yell that he puts in here. Who gives a shit? Like, it's very yelly, but it's also very sustainable.
Getting bloody rare. Hell's been better since he split. Where's he been? Who gives a shit?
Yes.
Salutations!
Good to be back on the air. Come on, Amir.
I know it's been a while since someone with style treated hell to a broadcast. Sinners rejoice!
What a dated voice!
This is great. So they've got a live auto filter on him. So while he's singing live, they've got the sound to give him the quintessential Alistair vocal timbre coming through the old radio.
Be back on the air. Yes, I know it's been a while since someone with style treated hell to a broadcast. Sinners rejoice!
What a dated voice!
Instead
What a
of
dated
clown
voice.
chasing mediocre video podcast.
Come on!
Insecure, pursuing a lure, flitting between this fad and that. Is nothing working?
Ignore his chirping!
Every day he's got a new format.
You're looking at the future! He's the shit that came before that!
See, that whole section, again, they're all of Amir's stuff. They're back and forth, and then they have to land right back on. He's the shit that comes before that. Oh my God, that's I bet they had to rehearse the shit out of this. It's so good.
It's
Every day he's got a new format.
You're looking at the future. He's the shit that came before that.
Is Vox as strong as he purports, or is it based on his support? He'd be powerless without the other views.
Oh, please.
You can tell. So this is like a personal preference thing. Amir's got one of his in-ear mics out. Sometimes you can feel too like boxy, like too right here. When as a singer, sometimes you want to get a little feel for what your voice is doing outside of the microphone or how it's interacting with your own ear. It's all like psychoacoustics. That's the actual term for kind of how you perceive your voice and sound outside of your body versus how other people do it, basically. And so he's got one in-ear mic out. And I think Christian does too. Christian only had one in. But some singers, especially if you're in like a perfect example of this would be like, singing in a huge arena. Let's say you're singing the national anthem at a professional football game or something, and the space is so big and so and hard surfaces that you sing a note, it shoots out the sound, and like a second later you hear the sound come back. That is an absolute nightmare for a singer, because the second you start hearing the delay, then you start slowing down, and it delays even more. Nightmare for those kinds of situations. And if you watch videos from like, I don't know, Bon Jovi in concert from the 80s where he's in these big arenas, you're very likely going to see two in-ear microphones because the space is too big and like you need to be locked into like your band and the sound. So Amir's doing a little bit of that. You don't have to worry about any kind of delay or slapback in a theater with a bunch of curtains and a bunch of bodies in there that soaks up the sound. But that's just a way of him kind of staying connected to the environment, not just to the backing track and the click track and whatever he's hearing, including his voice that's going into the in-ear microphone.
Based on his support, he'd be powerless without the other views.
Oh, please.
And here's the sugar on the cream. He asked me to join his team.
Hold on!
I said no, and now he's pissy. That's the team.
That's so funny. We get so much. We get that backstory in season 2 about Vox trying to get Alistair on his team.
Me to join his team.
Hold on!
I said no, and now he's pissy. That's the team.
You old-timey prick. I'll show you something.
Oh, the TV is buffering.
I'll destroy you, you little.
I'm afraid you've lost your signal. Let's begin. I'm gonna make you wish that I'd stayed gone. Tune on in when I'm done.
So Alistair in the studio recording, Amir here had like pretty, like actually very solid a low end to his voice most of the time. And here we're hearing him again in a live setting where it's like, oh, he's very clearly a high voice type, a tenor voice type, and then found a way to access the lower stuff, these low A's for the studio recording that there's no way to cheat and get your way to in a live performance. If you do not have access to those low chest notes, for anyone out there who's performing, you will not. There are some things you can do to help kind of loosen things up down there. But in the moment, if those chest notes are not there, they're just not there. It's a scary thing actually about being a low voice type, a bass in live performance is if you're feeling like your low notes are having a really bad day, it's really tough to recover them. As opposed to if you don't have to worry about any low notes, it's actually you don't want to sing with bad voice at any time, but I find if I'm going into a performance with a bad vocal day and I don't have any low notes, then I don't care, because I know with a proper warm up and steaming and stretching, like I can get my high range in gear every time. But if the low notes aren't there, they're just not there, which is it's a whole different thing.
Wish that I'd stayed gone. Tune on in when I'm done. Your status quo will know its race is run. Oh, this will be fun.
Yes. Amir.
So good.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So good.
Broadway debut, baby.
Oh,
Broadway debut.
crazy. Wonder how they found him for the role.
Give it up for the voice of Luke, Jessica Vosk.
So good. So good.
Oh my
So,
God.
Vosky, some really cool things happened this week.
Yes.
We released a song from season 2 that your character sings called Gravity.
Yes.
Oh, so this is way before season 2 dropped.
And the people love it.
Yes.
Jessica, really fast, without thinking, if you were to gather your loot brethren, bring them, call to arms, get them all to fly up to this balcony, what would the loot call sound like? Don't think, go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Loots, can we get it? Can we get it?
Hold on. That is absolutely crazy. Absolutely nuts. Also, I don't know if they're doing the dialogue parts differently than the song parts, but I mean, it looks like they are performing it very much live in this moment. So maybe by pre-recorded live, they meant this is the live performance that was pre-recorded that we're now watching on Amazon. Because it looks super, super legit. And there's no way to fake like what she just did. There's no conceivable way to fake like perfect timing of dialogue, and by fake I don't mean fake. I mean like to line it up perfectly. Not possible. That is like that just came out of her brain. You guys hear those riffs? The agility is insane.
To arms, get them all to fly up to this balcony. What would the loot call sound like? Don't think, go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Like just crazy agility right off the top of her head. For real. Maybe they planned it out. It doesn't really matter. It's fantastic. It's just funny on like a little thing like that. You can learn so much about someone's voice. It takes just a couple seconds.
Balcony. What would the loot call sound like? Don't think, go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
As she goes,
Loots, can we get it? Can we get it?
Wait a second.
Good
I
luck.
want to say loot brethren and
good luck, normies. Normies in the audience.
if you can repeat after me. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trademarking it, the loot call. Everybody give it up for Jessica Voss.
Whoa.
You will hear more from
That's what it
her
sounded
later.
like.
But for now, put your hands together. You know him, you love him. You have posters of him on your bedroom wall.
I do.
Give it up singing Poison for Blake.
Okay, here we go. This is a brutally difficult song.
I'm not a bubble like to cash in. Another lover underneath those flashing lights. Another one of those ruthless nights.
Come on, Blake.
Yeah. I should have guessed that this would happen. I should have known it when I looked in your red hot eyes, spewing all your red hot lies. Yeah.
The chorus is the crazy part, right? So these verses are very, very singable. No problem. This is. Yeah. So this is like low middle for Blake's range, like super, super comfortable, right? It's the chorus is give me poison, and there's just no place to breathe. That's really where you can run into trouble as a singer, is if you cannot find a good place to reset and really get a nice deep breath. If you're just, what happens is called stacking, is you take a breath and you never get a chance to let all the air out, and then you take another breath, and it's called what's called stacking, and it can really tighten up the whole system and make it almost impossible to get a breath unless you get like a big break to reset the system. So songs like this, fiendishly difficult.
I should have known it when I looked in your red hot eyes, spewing all your red hot lies. Yeah. What's the worst part of this hell? I can only blame myself.
What's the worst part of? Barely. So Blake has a very uniquely high tenor voice. You've got Christian and Amir. Those are more like standard tenor range voices. Blake is like stratosphere tenor voice. And so he barely can get down to this tenor low C in this moment here. And also, as it gets breathier, he runs out of air faster. So you notice here on that phrase, he had to do a, like he already is having to like get the breath prepared for the chorus, which is about to hit him. It's about to come. Again, I'm just going to keep harping on this because I think it's so important for everyone watching to understand how hard these songs are to perform at any time, even in a studio setting, but especially a live performance when you've got to do it all in one go.
Spewing all your red hot lies. Yeah. What's the worst part?
So he couldn't take a breath after yeah. So he went straight into what's the worst part, and then is completely out of air by the end of that phrase.
Yeah. What's the worst part of this hell? I can only blame myself. 'Cause I know you're poison, you're feeding me poison. I'm addicted to this feeling, I can't help but swallow up your poison.
Can't help. So he gets a breath right before he goes, can't help. So normally you wouldn't break up can't help because it's part of the same word. It's part of the same phrase. But in this situation, you have to get a breath wherever it's possible and fitting.
To this feeling, I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choice and every night I'm living like there's no tomorrow. Oh, any way you want me, baby, that's the way you got me. I'll be yours.
Nice, he carried that.
With me, dead from your poison.
It's funny because this isn't even high for Blake. This song is a challenge because of the breathing. That A flat, that's like Blake could wake up in the morning and belt an A flat, no question. For that kind of tenor voice type, it's the breath management that is so challenging about this particular song.
Any way you want me, baby, that's the way you got me. I'll be yours.
Go straight into that one.
My story's gonna end with me dead from your poison. I got so good at being untrue. I got so good at telling you what you wanna hear. I disassociate, disappear. Yeah, so far.
I wonder how much tickets were for this performance as compared to like a normal Broadway show. I feel like the prime streaming, or maybe they must have known about it. Surely there was like a disclosure, right? You know, if you come to the show, you might be on Amazon Prime.
I disassociate.
That is it. Like on those E flats, even it's like his voice is almost at the bottom. I disassociate with.
I got so good at being untrue. I got so good at telling you what you wanna hear. I disassociate, disappear. Yeah.
Like I can literally literally an octave lower for me would be fine in this song. And an octave difference in a voice for two male voice parts is it is like very low and very high.
I disassociate, disappear. Yeah. So far beyond difficult to resist another.
See? Like the that low C is like if typically when that happens, and this is kind of what Blake's doing during the second pre-chorus, is you put it in a more of like a speech-like place. So you're not really trying to like ba 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 bum. You're not really like trying to nail the melody so much. You kind of go into a speech range to kind of get around the fact that it's at the very bottom of your range, and it sounds more real and convincing, and it doesn't sound like, okay, this guy's just struggling to hit the low notes. You know what I mean? So that's a performance practice used whenever necessary.
Yeah. So far beyond difficult to resist another glow. Yeah, I know it's poison. You're feeding me poison. I'm choking from the taste and I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choice and every night I'm wasted like there's no tomorrow. Oh.
No tomorrow, right? So he's getting air wherever he can to sustain these phrases. This might be the toughest song in season 1 to perform live because of the breath management, for real.
From the taste and I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choice and every night I'm wasted like there's no tomorrow. Oh, anywhere you want me, baby, that's the way you got me.
So literally just drops a phrase. Just not the way you want me, baby. Just drops an entire phrase to get back on for the last phrase. That's really when you know. I've done that in opera performances. Every opera singer I know has done that in performances. If you have an aria where the composer just didn't write a rest in the vocal part, and it's especially when there's stuff called patter in opera, which is like very, very fast paced, tons of syllables. It's almost always in Italian, and there are a lot of patter arias for bass buffo or a comic bass roll where there is nowhere to breathe, and you just have to choose where you're going to drop notes off. Like you'll just drop a measure so you can get back on it, because it's not possible. It's physically impossible to sing all the notes, and we're seeing that here in like a realistic setting where Blake's like, I'm just not going to sing the very end of this phrase because I need to breathe. Right here. That's the way you got me. Right? Just had to get it. Totally. That's actually really good performance practice to do that, because it's better that you get the air and then you get the next phrase than you just torture yourself getting through one phrase and then have nothing for the next phrase, right? Even then, there's not much time. One more thing that also makes this really difficult. Now, fortunately, he's moving as much as he wants to in this performance, but if you have a lot of movement, he is moving a lot. It's just, I don't think it's not like a big dance routine or something like Angel's doing in the video, which makes it even harder. But if you're moving a lot too, that's very different than if you're just standing there performing. That influences breath, that influences how much air you're actually using, makes it even one step harder to pull it off. And he's been moving, he went down in the crowd, he used the stairs, right? Even movement like that can really make it more difficult to maintain breath management.
I'm choking from the taste and I can't help but swallow from the poison. I'm sick of the poison. Wish I had something to live for tomorrow.
Such a great song. So, Sam and Andrew, Naughty Boys, that's a tough one to perform live.
Oh my God, Blake Roman.
We've had some laughs. Let's maybe have some tears. We're gonna kick it back to our host, Erica Henningsen, with Jeremy Jordan, singing More Than Anything.
Yay! Jeremy's another Broadway performer, I believe, right? Blake is too. I think a lot of them are.
Didn't know that when I tried this all before.
What a suit. Looks fantastic.
Dreams were too hard to defend. But in the end, I won't lose it all again. You're the only thing worth fighting for.
Sounds great. Really fantastic. And he's keeping it in such this acoustic pop, like very, very soft, intimate singing. It's actually more difficult to sing in tune that way, because to sing without much power and without much vocal fold closure, well, a trained singer, if you're going to sing a big belt, your body knows when to activate a lot of breath support, and like when it's going to be ready to hammer that high belt. But if you're singing like this, it's a different kind of thing, because you still have to have the breath support as if you're going to sing a big high note, but then it's a much softer singing, and it's different management of the actual air through the vocal folds and the vocal tract. It's a whole thing. It's harder to sing in tune when you're singing soft and breathy than when you're really leaning into it. And Jeremy sounds phenomenal. Just beautiful.
Didn't know that when I tried this all before. My dreams were too hard to defend. But in the end, I won't lose it all again. You're the only thing
worth fighting for. More than
Not as many cosplayers in the balcony here.
fighting for. More than anything. More than anything. I'll shelter and adore you more than anything.
Look at that. So beautiful belting up to F sharp. Da-da-da. Then he goes up to the A flat, which he could absolutely sing in chest voice in a more belt style, but he flips up into the A flat and then comes back down into chest voice. This is very difficult technically to do, what he just did here in this phrase. Chest voice.
More than anything.
Kind of a high belt.
I'll shelter
Flips.
and adore you.
Shelter and then goes into chest voice. I'm not going to try and sing it right now in the morning. So he goes A flat falsetto and then goes back to chest voice on the high F to F sharp just below that. So they're right together, and it goes from being a low falsetto note to a pretty high chest note, and that makes that transition especially difficult to do.
I'll shelter and adore you more than anything.
When I was young, I didn't really know you at all. I always felt so small, but I heard your stories and I was enthralled. The tales about your lofty dreams, I listened breathlessly, imagining it could be me.
Again, starting with the same vocal place where Jeremy did, just super soft, breathy. There was one moment where Erica held this lovely, long, straight tone note and then let the vibrato come in. Again, it's like you want to be able to do that at every part of your range with every amount of breathiness or not. Full vocal mastery, right? That's what we're seeing here. It's beautiful. This is just such a beautiful duet.
I listen breathlessly,
You get this like underwater kick snare.
imagining it could be me. So in the end, it's the view I had of you that shows me dreams can be worth fighting for.
Oh, she's keeping that. She's getting up and so C sharp. So that could be up in that, getting into that yelly, really belty quality, but she keeps it in this absolutely stunning mix positions where it's just so easy.
That shows me dreams can be worth fighting for.
See how light she keeps that, but it's still connected?
More than anything, more than anything, I need to save my people more than anything.
So that's all the way up to high F sharp. So that would be a very, very high chest connected belt and would make no sense in the point of the song, which is very intimate and soft. Father-daughter duet, right? So she takes it up. You can see how she prepares for it. Right? Whatever she needs to do facially, right? Get everything in the right place so that high F sharp comes out in with the right color and power.
More than anything.
Watch her.
I need to save my people more than anything.
Super good singing.
I've been dying to find out who you are.
I've been waiting, wondering the same thing.
Looks like the apple doesn't fall far.
Took you a while.
I miss that smile.
All that I'm hoping, now that my eyes are open, is that we can start again, not be pulled apart
Key change.
again.
Yeah, they sound so good. Just two world-class professional Broadway singers. I mean, it's just gorgeous. This is just like live singing at its finest here. Just so in tune. The timing of the syllables are so lined up and locked in. It's really excellent. I mean, it sounds so similar to the studio recording. It's just a less polished sound, but so much of it is so much like the studio recording, really.
Now that my eyes are open, is that we can start again, not be pulled apart again. 'Cause in the end, you are part of who I am.
Support your dreams, whatever lies in store.
And who could ask for more?
Just like for Jeremy, they both just know where to put the voice. Placing's a whole rabbit hole I'm not going to go down, but like you can tell as his voice ascends, it finds a new place of resonance to where he's getting up to this E flat, not super high for him, but it does require a different position than something a fourth lower. And you hear him shift into that. It's like changing gears in like a manual car, and you hear him shift into that new position. If he tried to get there from the old gear position, it would sound yelly or pushed or might be out of tune, but it perfectly efficiently slides up into it. It's the same thing Charlie does. Same thing Erica does when she goes up into that mixed belt position, where like if she tried to just carry the weight of the chest voice up there, she might get there, but it's a totally different quality and a less efficient, less reliable quality than if she shifts into that mixed position. They're both just masters of it.
Part of who I am. Support your dreams, whatever lies in store.
Lies in store. Oh, it's in the lower part of that yelly range, but it's so easy and efficient. It slides right up into that. It's so good. It's so good. It's really, yeah, it's so good.
Whatever lies in store.
And who could ask for more?
More than anything.
More than anything.
More than anything.
More than anything. I'm grateful you're my daughter.
So there's the high flat in chest voice. When he flipped up into falsetto earlier, now we get it in the full chest voice, and it's absolutely in the pocket for Jeremy Jordan. No question, easy money.
More than anything.
More than anything.
I'm grateful you're my daughter. More than anything.
The sound is so good here too. It's so balanced. Like they're just doing a phenomenal job. Whoever's running the soundboard, doing a phenomenal job getting everything really balanced.
More than anything.
More than anything.
Oh, yay! I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of this 2-part reaction series. 2 hours of reaction and analysis for the Hazbin Hotel live on Broadway. Guys, if you want to see part 2 a full week early right now, you can head over to my Patreon. Otherwise, I'll see you in a week, and I hope you enjoy. Cheers.